Everybody check it out, it's the hot new show that everybody talking about. Whatever's on your mind, man, let's talk about it. The young, the fresh.
Okay, so welcome back to The Drop. Today with me I have who I consider as a pioneer of hip hop. To you guys, he may be known for wearing 8-ball jackets and rocking a part on his head and high top fades. Right now he goes by the name of Christopher Play Martin, known to many as Play, the smooth cat from Queens, New York, and a former member of the rap duo Kid and Play, who are also known as one of the major forces for making hip hop more accessible. Today he's going to share with us his life after the group, then and now. Press pause because your name is Play. So what we're going to do is the opposite. If you can press pause and pause any moment of your life from the past or like current, just to relive it or enjoy it all over again, what would that moment be and why?
Oh, there's a lot of those. Thank you, Jesus. The one that quickly comes to mind, and I don't even know why, I guess, is becoming friends with Michael Jordan. I don't even know why that popped into my head, but that was a good time. I remember how we met. Kid was insisting that I come with him to be a part of something that he was going to shoot with the group Full Force, and some kind of way it got approved without me saying yes. I've never been much into sports at all, so you know, Kid's my boy, and when there's a certain look in his eye, just like there's a certain look in my eye, we're like, please, please, you know, we pretty much give in. But we were going to do this thing that ended up being Michael Jordan's Playground. That was the name of his most famous first film project. And we went there to meet him, but it was so funny because on the way there, I didn't know who he was. So Kid had to brief me in the van, going there, who he was, his stats, what team he played for, all of this kind of stuff. And I ended up going there, meeting him, and I was trying to be an actor, as though I knew about him and I could play basketball. And finally, it got to the point where he just said, he knew me. I didn't know that, you know, I didn't know that. And he said, Play. This was Michael. He said, Play. You don't know anything about basketball, do you? I said, no. He said, you don't even know who I am, do you? I said, no, I don't. And we had just become friends like ever since. But that was a lot of fun. But there's a lot of moments with Kid and I. The cartoon series, The Spike, come on.
So here we are, 15 years, what, 14, 15 years later?
Whatever you say. I don't pretty much count. It makes the time go by faster.
Okay. After the split up with the group, can you share with us, like now, just the average day in the shoes of Christopher?
Well, before we even get into that, you know, I do want to correct, if I can be so, respectfully, there is no breakup. You know, Kid and I are good. A lot of people say, why did we break up? I say, well, not a lot, but those who ask, why did y'all break up? I said, we didn't break up, we grew up. You know, he preferred to relocate to LA. I don't like LA, nothing against Los Angeles. But, and I decided to, you know, keep and stay as long as possible with my New York roots, because that's where we're both from. But we're still very, very close. The only thing, the reason why we haven't done anything of late or in the last week, we're both of the agreement that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's that with that. But in regards to your question, what's a typical day for me, believe it or not, is trying to be a better person. I know that might sound cheesy and corny and cliche, but it's the honest to God truth. It's just that trying to really pull out of me the best that I can be. I made the mistake of allowing myself or putting myself in a position to be kicked out of 5 high schools growing up in New York. So regardless how much you choose to pay attention to that or not as a human, there's going to be something in you, something God has put in you, that there's going to be a yearning, there's going to be a quest, there's going to be a thirst for a part of you that's supposed to be there that's not there.
This whole, you know, like a day in Play's shoes, if I were to join you within this day, and we take a ride and, you know, I peek into your music collection, and I see, you know, what you have on deck, what would be some hip hop artists that's out now that would be up on deck for Play?
None of them. Well, just being honest, really none of them. I listen to, my favorite singer is Will Downey and Al Green. So when it's time for that moment, I really want to use it as a time to kind of like wind down and get away from it all. Those two men, you know, hit on what I would say if I had the courage to say it to a young lady, you know, all that kind of stuff. If I was to be asked to who I would put in my CD player or whatever, you know, I like early Jay-Z. I like a lot of the older classics, you know. But as far as who I'd have to give credit to, I really admire, like I said, I like people who do things uniquely and in an against the grain kind of way. I don't really embrace everything that comes out of his mouth and everything he does, but as a whole, I really like Kanye. License to join me back in the prehistoric days. And what would happen is that the record would start scratching, and everybody's having such the time of his life that even a DJ doesn't even want to leave the dance floor. So you're kind of all looking at the thing, hoping that it'll scratch so hard or jump so hard it'll fix itself, but it never doesn't. So somebody has to go and fix the record. And one of the reasons why everybody's reluctant to go fix it, because it has disturbed the momentum. But with all that being said is, I find hip hop today to be in that scratch place. It's definitely an important part of the process for where it's headed, and I still believe it'll get there. But however, it's scratched. It's repetitively just stuck as far as the visual, as far as the music. You know, that's why I can appreciate a Kanye. That's why I can appreciate those who are doing something innovative.
Now, about the, like you was talking about the whole dance floor atmosphere, and one thing that I liked about you guys is back in that time, it was cool to dance and rap. Yeah. You know, and I'm starting to see that there are a few groups that are coming out like New Boys. I don't know if you're familiar.
I like them. Yeah, I've seen them. I gave up television. I don't watch it anymore. But the last thing that I watched that I saw weeks ago was I think it was the first time they were on BET or something. I was very impressed. And you're right. I think that it is. You have people like the Retro Kids coming out of New York. You have Little Mama, I think her name is. All of them. You know, it's kind of hard to come out with a dance and not do the dance.
And how do you feel about like seeing the fashion? Because I'm into clothing as well. And, you know, all the trends that were out in the late 80s, early 90s, all those things are starting to repeat.
I think it's good. I think what it is, like I said, it's showing even, you know, to the people, the very people that the music's trying to appeal, is that they're beginning to a certain degree, revolt or rebel against the monotony of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, especially when they get a chance to see movies and music videos that show them what it was. Now you're like, I'm getting robbed. How come we're not having that? One of the interesting things that I show in the class at Central, Hip Hop and Context 101, is I show classic music videos. And one of the things that I get them to see, thank you, is that a lot of those music videos then all had usually a very consistent theme, and they all took place in school.
Let's talk about the beginnings.
Okay.
Your beginning. I read that you graduated from a high school of performing arts and art design.
I got kicked out of 5 high schools. I went to High School of Art and Design. I went to Hillside High School. I went to
down here, Hillside?
Flushing. No, this is all in Queens, all in New York. Art and Design, Hillside, Flushing. I was supposed to go to Bryant, and I was supposed to go to Newtown. And then I ended up going to a satellite school that prepared you to get your GED, and I got that through the skin of my teeth. But I went to High School of Art and Design. I'm a self-taught artist